Hello once again, everyone. You are looking live inside the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City, Metro Manila. And this is our continuing coverage on PBA Rush of the 2021 PBA Philippine Cup, where the Northport Batang Pier will battle the San Miguel Beermen. My name is Jude Torquato. With me in this coverage is Mr. Vince Hizon.
Hello, Jude, and hello to all our listeners. We got a great game on tap. Northport, who's playing so well, and San Miguel are trying to break that deadlock today. Both are 1-1. Both didn't have particularly first good games, but their second games, they bounced back.
Well, you are looking at Robert Bollick on your screens, along with number one pick Malonzo for Northport, as they do their warm-ups in their last game. These teams, as you mentioned, Vince, did win after losing the first. They're both at 500, and they are looking to advance against each other in getting one more win over the other.
Absolutely. As we look at some of the highlights from their last game, where they basically annihilated Phoenix, the largest win margin in franchise history for them. They beat them by a huge margin, and that surely brought their confidence sky high. As you can see right there, 115-79. Talk about a bounce back. Shot a great 50% from the field. Playing good D as well. Held the opponent to 32. Shot very, very well from three-point land as well, and led in rebounds as well. So just an all-around great game for the Northport Batang Pier.
And I think they had quite a number of players in double digits. For the Northport Batang Pier. But one of the guys that really stepped it up, not just the second game, but also the first game, and he is now back for real after nursing an injury for Northport, is Robert Bollick. He's not on your screens yet, but he certainly has been the guy, or the man, for Northport.
The man with the manly mustache is kicking butt for real. He's really looking at licking his chops whenever he looks at opposing defenses. Solid numbers versus Phoenix. He had 20 points, shot a 50% clip from the field, 7 boards and 11 assists, just all over the court. Again, solid numbers from Bollick.
Well, it's not easy to come back from the injury that he got, and for him to already be running in all cylinders in the first 2 games of this conference, it really says something about his dedication and how he's recovered from that ACL.
A lot of time in rehab, and it showed that it was very successful. He's really on the right track.
Well, now we go on the other side, Vince, where a multi-title team certainly had a slow start. But they seemingly are back on track, especially during their last game.
Yeah, San Miguel, like we always say, is it's not a team. It's kind of like Ginebra in one sense. They don't start a lot of times very well, but they always end the conference on a high note and going into the playoffs. So again, you got guys who are playing limited minutes, like we just saw Jumar and some other guys. So they're not exactly where they are going to be, but they are going in the right direction. In their last game, like I said, they bounced back from their initial loss, and you can see they're up in every single category there, especially points, rebounds, from the 2-point land, points in the paint, and free throws. Again, and you got a guy like Junmar who's just playing a few minutes a game, he looks solid already.
Well, Junmar, just like Robert Bollick, is coming from an injury, and I think he is also slowly but surely getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, he's still adjusting. That's the way I look at it. Coming back from that injury, like we said, still adjusting. He's got limited minutes, but again, against NLEX, 14 points, 10 boards, 5 out of 9 from the field. That was his first game back, to where we saw glimpses of the old dominant self of Junmar against his opponents. Again, even if he's just playing those limited minutes, it's obvious he's slowly but surely getting better.
And this is really not good news for the rest of the league.
No.
I mean, this guy is a multi-MVP winner, and he certainly, when he gets his bearings and he gets into tip-top shape, will be a huge problem for the rest of the league. And these two teams, especially San Miguel, actually, is a very deep team. No, I mean, off the bench, you can really just have another starting lineup.
You could. You could even take their like last few guys and say that's your starters, and they're pretty darn good. Definitely San Miguel Beer is loaded, and it's exemplified by those two guys you just saw right there, Tautua and Perez. It came off the bench to lead. If you look at that, these guys didn't start, but look at their numbers, unbelievable numbers. 14 out of 25 from the field, and these guys just shot really well. We're doing all the necessary things for their teams to win, including the rebounds and assists. Again, look at those numbers and weep rest of the league because these are our non-starters.
I would love to have a bench like that. Well, let's go back to the Inares Sports Center and turn it over for the starting lineups.
Malonzo. The other forward from Imus Cavite, number 7, Sydney Onwubere. And at center from Cebu, number 24, Greg Slaughter. Head coach of the Batang Pier is Pido Harencho. And now let's meet the starting five in your San Miguel Beermen. Starting at guard from La Paz Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. Also at guard from Quezon City, number 5, Alex Cabagno. And forward from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Marcio Lassiter. The other forward from Lubao, Pampanga, number 29, Arwin Santos. And at center from Pinamongan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. Game officials are Sherwin Pineda, Michael Diviza,
So there you have it, our starting lineups. Taha, Bolik, Slaughter, Malonzo, Onwubere for Northport, Cabagnot, Ross, Fajardo, Lassiter, and Santos for San Miguel. And a name that we've seen for the first time in Northport at center. Vince.
Greg Slaughter, where have you been? I guess you're back now, and the whole world's waiting for you. We're all excited to see how he will do in his first game out. Excited to see the big 7-footer out there.
Tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. So first possession goes to Northport. Slaughter against Fajardo. Slaughter posts him up, goes inside, and the first 2 points goes to Northport.
Yeah, and credit the assist to Greg Slaughter. Again, when you're 7 feet, you can kind of see over the defenses pretty well.
So San Miguel's first possession. There's a screen. Lassiter, top of the key, a little long, gets his own rebound. Cabagnot on the right side. Drives inside, fakes, kicks it out. Arwin Santos backs it home.
That is what you call inside-out action. Cabagnot just driving the center, getting all of that attention, just dropping it off to Arwin, who knows what to do.
So Bolik now against Santos. Wants a clear out. Now gets a screen. Bolik drives inside, the floater.
That was pretty.
And that bounces in.
That was pretty. He did what I call a boom kaboom kind of move where he just really lost his defense, got right around him, and what beautiful touch he had going right up.
Arwin Santos off the feed from Ross hits a 12-footer, ties the game at 4.
Talk about touch. I mean, Arwin, for a big guy with really long arms, he's got great touch and a lot of depth as well.
Bolik misses the 3. Arwin, when he shoots the ball, he shoots it at the top of his jump, so it's very difficult to block, even if you've challenged the shot.
Definitely. It's hard to guard him as is, but when he can shoot from say 20, 25 feet out with those long arms, very difficult guard.
Pass inside, and Junmar, easy dunk after Greg Slaughter took the risk and tried to go for the steal.
That was a nice little tiptoe jump for Junmar.
Slaughter was out of place after he missed the steal attempt. So Slaughter, and he takes a 3-pointer. Not sure if that was the first option.
Well, the simple fact that he's taking it, obviously he's probably practiced it, and his confidence is up. Let's see if he can start making them.
Arwin Santos drove inside, but had his pocket picked. And And that'll be a turnover back to Northport.
Let's look at this drop off once again. Habagnod finding a wide open Junmar. You don't leave the multi-titled MVP wide open under the basket.
This is Slaughter. Drives inside. And oh, wow, a nice give and go. And Greg Slaughter,
Wow.
he has his own version of a dunk.
You know, this early, I just got to say this. Greg looks good. He's moving a lot better than he did. So he's showing no, effects of whatever injuries he's had in the past. He looks really good.
Kick out. Arwin Santos fakes the three. Goes inside. Nice spin move. 12-footer. And the rebound to Bolik. This is Malonzo. Malonzo draws the foul from Lassiter. And I think he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Let's look at this once again. Nice little, basically it's like a give and go. And Greg turning around. Nice little reverse dunk there, one hand.
And you gotta credit Onwubere for that nice pass back to Greg Slaughter.
Recognizing the open man.
So Malonzo from the De La Salle Green Archers in the UAAP. #1 pick by Northport.
It's a nice shot there.
He missed both free throws. A lane violation is called. So he'll get another shot at his second free throw. So Amy Malonzo looking for his first points. Still 3 straight misses. Well, he'll only be credited for 2 misses, but wow.
Need to work on those, buddy. Those are going to be crucial, especially against a really good team. If this game gets close, free throws are really going to play a big factor.
Good move by Lassiter. San Miguel with a 2-point advantage now. 8 minutes and change left in the first quarter. Bolik. Ubere. Thought about the 3. Now Malonzo. Malonzo drives inside. Forces the issue. Short on the jumper. The follow also not there, but a nice rebound there from the outside. Onwubere misses the 3. And Santos corrals the rebound.
You know, it doesn't look like Northport is, showing any, fear of the Beermen right now. They seem to just want to go inside and really attack the inner defense.
Well, that's what you got to do against San Miguel, right? I mean, San Miguel is a legendary team here in the PBA, and you cannot be intimidated and just play your game if you have hopes of beating them. Drive inside.
Yeah. You notice they're really trying to challenge that defense of Junmar, maybe to try to get him into early foul trouble.
San Miguel back inside, and Junmar just bullies his way. But a nice block by
what
Malonzo.
a block from the weak side. Showing some amazing verticals there.
From the outside, Taha misses. And a timeout. It's like Coach Austria wants to talk it over. With 7 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the first quarter, we have a timeout as the San Miguel Beermen call it. Timeout brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Welcome back here at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City, Metro Manila, where the San Miguel Beermen go up against the Northport Batang Pier. We're all tied up here in the first quarter, 8 apiece, as San Miguel has called the first timeout.
you know, both of these teams are still, you know, looking for their flow, their form early on in this ball game. Both are, you know, very, very good teams. You know, trying to break that deadlock of their 1-1 record, and you know, they're still learning. You know, trying to incorporate Junmar back into the lineup and the rotation is a different thing for them. And you know, and Northport has so many new guys that are stepping up as well. So, you know, it's going to be interesting how things play out.
So San Miguel will inbound. They have possession, looking for the lead. Cabagnot gets a screen. That's a set play from the timeout. Ross just missed the shot.
He was on line just a little bit short.
Yeah. This is Bolick. Gets a screen from Slaughter. Bolick cross court. Onubere gets a layup.
See, usually guys are a little afraid to go against San Miguel's interior defense. They'll settle for that outside jumper, but he really went inside.
Alex Cabagnot, a veteran move, faking out Jamie Alonso.
Let's look at it once again. You know, he could have easily taken an outside shot, but he decided to go in. You know, against a great shot blocker like Arwin, and Junmar was right behind him. So you got to give him credit for bravery as number one.
And you know, you know, Onubere is a little wide, right? And so he used a little bit of his body to kind of ward off that block attempt from Arwin Santos.
Those big, broad shoulders of his. Much broader than Arwin's. He's never been known as a big, muscular guy, but Spider-Man is very strong. I call him skinny strong.
No, he's a strong player I mean, very deceiving, especially with his build. So Slaughter, two tallest guys in the court, going against each other. The post-up move, Slaughter drives right, in the lane, short. The rebound taken by Chris Ross. Here's San Miguel, bounce pass, Lassiter fakes the three, drives inside, the floater backs out, and he gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
You know, you gotta block out the guy who shot the ball, because more times than not, if you shot the ball, you kind of know where it's gonna go or if it's gonna miss.
Bolick to Onubere. Looking inside, but I think Junmar is denying Greg Slaughter. Now Slaughter sets the pick from the outside. Malonzo hits the three.
That was pretty. He shot that ball with a lot of confidence as well. Look out for him.
So with that shot, Northport takes a 1-point lead. Here's Ross, and I think it bounced off of a Northport player.
Of course, Northport is saying he kicked it on the way out. So see this three once again. Nothing but net.
As soon as he's found an opening off that screen, as Junmar banks it out. And here comes Batang Pier looking to extend the 1-point lead.
Wow.
Bolick left open for three. That's short.
He could have taken another dribble and gotten about 5 feet closer if he wanted to.
Cabagnot, top of the key against Bolick. Cabagnot passes it to Santos. Santos for three. Got the three-pointer.
We were talking about his jump shot earlier, but you know, it's tough to guard because his arms are just so almost ridiculously long compared to everybody else.
So San Miguel takes a 2-point lead as Greg Slaughter thought about the three against Junmar, kicks it out. The drive inside. This time, Onubere ran into Junmar Fajardo. He's a bit tougher to shoot against versus Arwin Santos. Lassiter left open for three, misses it. And Bolick gets a screen, drives all the way inside. Good stutter step, draws the foul, and a 3-point play opportunity.
Bolick showing no ill effects whatsoever of that injury he had. He's looking sprightly. Look at this little Euro step from the Philippines. Call it a
Layo
Philippine.
naman nun. Sa Europe na, sa Philippines pa.
Call it a Philippine step.
So Bolick to give Northport the lead once again. Missed a free throw. They missed quite a bit of free throws here in the start of this game. So Bolick once again against Lassiter. Finds an opening, kicks it out.
Bullock's wide open. Oh,
Nice recovery for Arwin Santos. I don't know if he got that off in time.
basket? No basket. I think they waved it off.
Yeah, I think he still had the ball in his hands before or after when the buzzer
Let's see it on the
sounded.
replay.
Yeah, he still had it in his hands.
Yeah, definitely. So a good call by the referee there.
So we stay tied at 15. A couple of substitutions. Taha and Perez now in the ball game. Those bench players that we spoke about. Troy Reich also now in the game for Northport, along with Ferrer for Coach Pido. So we have a timeout with 3:42 remaining, tied up at 15 apiece. Welcome back to the PBA on PBA Rush. Jun Torquato with Vince Hizon. San Miguel versus Northport. And Northport has a couple of rookies really on the rise, Vince.
You know, I won't just call them rookies. I'll call them exceptional rookies. And if you look at their numbers in the last game, you're going to see these guys are playing like bona fide veterans. Look at that, 20 points and 15 points respectively. You know, shooting a very high clip from the field, both contributing on rebounds. But look at that, 6 out of 7 from three-point land from Troy Reich. And to think this guy is 6'8", 225 pounds, I mean, that's a force.
Well, he was their second-round pick. So these two rookies certainly have had huge contributions so far for Batang Pier.
Two big guys, 6'6" and 6'8" respectively.
Ferrer kicks it out. Bolick passes to Reich. He was 6 for 7 last game. He's 0 for 1 this game. And a nice offensive rebound.
Nice little putback for Northport.
That was Balanza. Cabagnot. Hands off to Lassiter. Kicks it out to Santos. Santos, crossover move. Back to Cabagnot. Against Ferrer. Cabagnot stops and pops. Book it.
Wow. He's been doing the same thing for so long. And everybody kind of knows what he's going to do, but he still is able to do it. That's the mark of a marquee player.
So we're all tied up at 17 once again. Bolick still has it. Kicks it out on Ubere. To the corner is Ferrer. Brings it back out top of the key. Against Lassiter. Gets a screen. Ferrer. Well, I think that was a pass.
Yeah, it was an errant pass.
But the rim got in the way
Yeah.
as Perez gets the ball. TJ Perez picks up his dribble. Gets it back from Santos. Inside, Tautawa.
Oh, gosh.
I think it's a blocking foul.
Ooh.
I think Pido right
Yeah.
in front of the play thought it was a traveling violation.
I think it's 1st and 10, San Miguel right now. The way he pulled over. Look at if he drops his shoulder, usually, yeah, he was moving. You can argue it both ways. I mean, he lowered his shoulder on one hand, but maybe Reich was moving a little bit with his feet, so tough call.
11 on the shot clock. Perez drives inside. Nice defense, but he still banked it in.
You're talking about crazy athleticism and exceptional touch there. I mean, what a player.
Bolick, nice crossover. Almost lost it though.
Could have been a double dribble.
Yeah. Passes it to Reich, cross court. From the outside, Balanza. A three-pointer.
You know, I like the way Northport has put together their lineup. They got a good mix of strong guys who can go inside and guys who can really snipe from the outside and really open it up for those other guys. So, you know, a really good put together a team from Coach Pido.
So Santos unable to answer Balanza's 3. As Bolic drives inside, kicks it out. Ferrer takes a 3. And it's a little long. And Cabagnot just lets it go out of bounds.
You know, one thing teams are falling victim to, and I saw this actually yesterday as well, teams that shot well in the first couple games, they kind of fall in love with those outside jumpers a little too much. They still need to work it inside, you know, do a little more inside-outside action.
Is that how you were when you were hot?
No, I just shoot. I don't care. No, it doesn't matter to me. You know, it's one of those things as parents, you know, say what I do, but don't do what I say, or something to that effect.
They go cross court again. This time, the shot falls short. Here's Cabagnot, wide open inside. Easy 2 points for Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Bam's been around a while, and such a great talent, and a nice kid.
The dribble drive inside, gives it to Reich. Reich tries to find some room.
Troy Edward Reich. He's the Batang Pier's first round 11th overall pick in last year's draft. And he's listed at 6'8", 225. Played college for NU and Wake Forest. He's 25 years old. Let's say we see the nice little pass off and easy shot by Bam. So I think he's got a very bright future ahead of him.
Another missed free throw, Vince.
I don't know if there's a lid on it. Maybe it's because it's in front of the San Miguel bench. They're putting a hex or something on it as well.
So they get one to go and ties the ball game at 21. So 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. This is Tautua. Double teamed.
Oh, good D.
Oh, there's a foul.
Looked like he got ball.
Tautua strong.
Yeah. Perhaps he grabbed him on the waist, but as he turned, it looked like it was ball. Tautua with another takedown. That's a backcourt.
So Perez loses control, turns it over, and gives maybe the last possession to Northport with 19 seconds remaining. No, there's 14 on the shot clock.
You know, one guy we haven't seen, probably won't see for today is Terrence Romeo, who's out with a injury. But it looks that the initial findings are not super serious, so he'll be back probably next week.
Well, he's certainly an important part of the San Miguel lineup. That's why Cabagnot is actually seeing some extended minutes, and then Ross as well at point guard.
If you would have watched his last game like I did, I was like, man, this guy's going to go for 40 tonight. Until he sprained his ankle, he was doing gangbusters. I think in 18 minutes, he had 20 points.
Well, Troy Reich missed a point-blank shot off a nice feed from Robert Bolick. That ball did everything except go in. And 12 minutes have gone by here in our first ball game. And both teams certainly in the lineup, but we'll be back with the second quarter. It's all tied up, 21-21. Welcome back here at the Inares Sports Center. San Miguel versus Northport. We're all tied up at 21. And both teams, certainly, I mean, it was a fairly solid first quarter for both San Miguel and Northport.
Second quarter.
So the second quarter begins with San Miguel in possession. Perez on the left side gets a screen from Gamalinda, all the way inside. CJ Perez.
Wow. Impressive.
Dive.
That could have been Anwan as well. Such athleticism.
Crossover move by Balanza inside.
A very confident player, Balanza. Seen him do a few different things, but he's definitely a point guard who's not afraid to mix it up with the bigs.
Audua gives it back to Perez. Cross court. Wow, they got it in there from the outside. That's what he does well.
I don't even know how he saw that pass, but wow, what an amazing pass and a nice three from Pasaman.
Von Pesumal, he is the expert shooter for the Beermen. Right, kicks it out. They rotate, they drive inside, and a nice, well, I shouldn't have said nice.
Actually,
With a
great
bounce
idea.
pass.
Great idea. Just didn't have the execution. The league guys just threw it a little bit behind him, and those are, again, we're still early in this conference. They're learning.
It's a good idea for sure.
Yeah. The thought was there.
Audua, no double team coming, so he'll probably take it inside. No, there's strike for the double team, and they get the turnover. CJ Perez tips it out of bounds.
They had numbers if they didn't get the ball out of bounds. One of the San Miguel guys, I think it was Bam Gamalinda, had fallen, so they would have had numbers.
So here comes Batang Pier once again. Ferrer, top of the key to Bolic. He gets a screen. And he's picked up by Taudua.
Ooh, nice
Someone's
pass.
open inside. But Taudua recovers from the outside. Balanza.
And
Perez.
the smallest yet most athletic guy in the court, I think, gets the rebound.
And CJ Perez hits the three-pointer. But there's a foul inside as well. And that might be on Troy Reich, boxing out.
CJ Perez kind of picking up where Terrence Romeo left off in the last game, just doing it all for his team.
There's the foul.
I think Bam sold it pretty
Yeah,
good
Bam
with the
sold Bam's like, I got to get one from the rookie.
veteran moves. That's what you call veteran moves.
So Gamalinda completes the three-point play. 7-point lead now for San Miguel, and I think Northport will want to talk this over. As San Miguel, we were tied at 21 after the first quarter. Not anymore, we're not. This timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. We'll be back. We're looking at the benches so far. That's the San Miguel bench, which Coach Leo Austria giving instructions. His team is now up by 7 points, 30-23. Good start. A 9-2 start here in the second quarter for the San Miguel Beermen. But for Northport, I mean, they do have a lot of young players and a lot of young guys who have been contributing, and one of them is Mr. Fahrenheit.
Yeah, there
Right
he
here.
is. Kevin Ferrer. In the last game, he really stretched out the defense of Phoenix. I'm for sure he's going to be a marked man in today's game, so no easy shots for him. He had 20 points 6 out of 13 from the field, 3 out of 7 from three-point line, and 9 boards. But what was more important is he really super stretched out that defense of Phoenix, allowed everybody else to drive inside.
So Northport with possession. Bolick double team. Gets it across to Balanza. Cross court to Bolick once again. Ross recovers. Picked up by Gamalinda from the outside. Bere.
Oh, what a touch. What a great touch around, that's about a 15-footer.
Yeah.
He just floated that sucker up there.
Onubere is not fast. He's not quick, but he's smooth.
Yeah, very. He's got a very feathery touch.
Here's Tautua against Reich. Bangs him inside. Perez couldn't handle the pass. And Bolick with a 3-on-2 fast break. They give it inside. Ferrer loses it. Tipped out of bounds by Ross.
Very strong hands by Chris Ross there to foil that looked like an easy two-pointer for Ferrer.
Ferrer gets it back out to Bolick. Gets a screen from Onwubere. Bolick to the corner. Out to Onwubere. Open for 3. In and out.
It was open. Wide open. They don't get much more open than that.
I mean, those are shots that you need to take. You know, sometimes it goes in, sometimes it goes out. But you get an open shot in rhythm, you take it all the time.
Correct.
With Vince, even if it's not in rhythm,
Just shoot it.
it's still going in. Tautua for 3. Kaboom!
Hey, there it is. The first kaboom. I've been waiting for that. Just been waiting for that. Yeah, Mo has definitely expanded his game and, you know, added some dimensions he really didn't have, you know, too much consistency with. And the big outside shot right there is proof of that.
A nice drive inside by Robert Bolick. Here's that three-pointer. Trifecta.
That was even a meter behind the line.
Yeah.
Now, did we say meter or 3 feet behind the line? I don't know. Because we got Fahrenheit, should have Celsius too. So.
Well, you know, we're using the English system because it's a 15-foot line.
Correct. That's exactly what I was going to say. How tall are you? 6'2" or 1.77?
I don't know the other one.
It's 1.77. It's interesting when you get to the FIBA, like the international tournaments, they do the metric.
Yeah. All I know is if you're over 2, you're tall.
Yeah, you're very tall. I'd love to be 2. Wouldn't everybody, right?
So San Miguel with the ball, 6-point lead. Ross out to Perez. Gets a screen from Tautua. CJ out to Gamalinda. Gamalinda, the fadeaway. And there's a whistle off the ball. Tautua is on the floor. Looks like Slaughter might have pushed him. Slaughter saying, hey, wait a minute. He's too big for me to push on the floor. Well, I think he did push him on the floor.
It was gentle. Anyways, that's still a foul. But, you know, Mo is just such a big guy and such an immovable object, so referees know something happened if he falls.
Nice turnaround by Chris Ross, and he draws the foul from Bolick.
Bolick's claiming it was just a touch foul. Let's see it once again if he really got him or not. Yeah, he did. He got him on the...
Well, that's exactly what it was, the touch foul.
touch.
It's still a foul.
Yeah. Whenever you get him on the elbow, it's an easy call. Hey, the life of a referee.
Those are the worst, you know, because it's a foul, but you don't really impede the shot enough.
You didn't really, like, you know, use it to its fullest extent.
Right.
You're gonna do it. You might as well do it.
Taha gets it across to Slaughter. Slaughter gets it back out to Bolick, and that's blocked away. And a shot clock violation. I think they're going to let him play and reward the good defense.
Wow, what an exchange there. And nice heady play there by Mo Tautua.
But they knew the shot clock was running down. There was only about a second left here. And then Tautua gets possession.
Correct.
Before the shot clock expired.
But did you see how he just sort of like threw it forward? He knew Chris Ross was down court, so he just kind of went
And you know,
Volleyball tipped
you gotta love what Chris Ross did, right? You gotta reward the big man.
Correct.
He gave it back to Mo,
Yeah.
so he can get the 2 points.
If the big guy runs, give it to the big guy.
Yep.
Otherwise, big guy's not happy. And you don't want big guys not happy at you.
Even if they're on your own team.
Correct. They might not pass it to you either. It's good unselfish basketball by the Beermen. And they stretched out this lead, wow, to a whopping 11 already, double digits.
A 30-second timeout was called by Batang Pier. Coach Pido. So they have possession once again, trying to cut this back to a single-digit ball game. Malonzo spins. Nice defense by Perez. Kick ball though.
Shot clock is reset to the 14 mark.
They will try again with 14 on the shot clock. Slaughter against Tautua. Nice cut by Taha, but he loses it to Tautua. This is Perez against Ferrer. Stops and pops. Long on the jumper. Now with a rebound. Bolek wants a screen from the Slaughter. Bolek to the corner. The fake, the shot, the drive, and the block. And Ferrer could not make it.
What a save by Mo Tautua. I mean, it looked like an easy, path to the basket for Ferrer, but Tautua was there for the shot block.
This is Perez.
Oh.
Tautua inside. I don't know. He might have.
Should have took it.
Yeah,
He
might
made
have
the
an
last
extra
one.
pass there. Here's Malonzo for the easy 2 off that turnover.
I like his activity. This guy's got a bright future, Malonzo.
Well, I think he probably was the most athletic athlete in that draft. As another call here, as Perez drives the lane. Malonzo, certainly, I think he was the number 2 pick overall. But his athleticism is through the roof.
That looks so easy for him. And we know it's not going against Tautua and Chris Ross. Those guys can get up as well. But the fact that he got up so quick is something to acknowledge as well.
Lead back to double digits as Junmar, the Kraken, back in the game.
Now, what was Junmar's injury again before? It was a broken leg? Something like that.
It was unclear.
It was something to do with his leg.
To lower body.
Lower leg, okay, yeah. But it doesn't look like anything's wrong at this point.
I think he made sure that he rested it well. He didn't play much during the last conference, the bubble conference in Clark. Sometimes you really help yourself in doing that by just resting for a while.
Resting and then doing the proper rehab.
Nice fadeaway by Bolek.
He's a guy that you just don't know what he's going to do all the time. He's very good and crafty about creating his own shots. That just looked like it could have been a travel.
But Onfubere was stripped.
Here we are.
Right there. So down to a 7-point advantage here for the San Miguel Beermen. We've got a timeout as Taha, a nice follow off that strip. Sports Arena in Pasig City. Metro Manila. It's the San Miguel Beermen holding on to a 7-point advantage against the Northport Batang Pier.
As we look at the first game of Greg Slaughter coming back.
So he looks good.
I totally agree. I like his footwork now.
I mean, still, it looks like he's not 100% as he gets that rebound on cue.
He looks the Greg Slaughter pre-injury. You know what I mean? He had a series of funky little injuries that happened to him while he was with Ginebra. And, you know, I was talking to Coach Tim Cohn about it before, and he goes, just big men are built different, and they get weird injuries sometimes. So it's good to see him looking like he's fully recovered.
The lead is down to 4 as Bolick hits that 3. Lassiter back in the game. This is Ross. Wants a screen, gets it. The bounce pass, Mo did not roll. And here's Malonzo. Malonzo goes on the right side, draws the foul, hits the shot. 3-point play opportunity.
Nice athletic play against a very athletic defender. Chris Ross is complaining about the foul, but the fact that he's slapped down, sometimes referees, even if you don't hit them, they're going to call it.
So that's another touch foul. So it's now a 9-0 run for Batang Pier. And he can make it, Malonzo can make it 10-0.
Just like that. 2 points again. I mean, it looked like for a second there it was going to get, you know, blown out of proportion, another 20-pointer. But, you know, Northport, give them credit. I mean, they're legit. The way I look at it, definitely a legit team that you have to take very seriously. They can obviously, you know, play with the best of the big boys.
Lead down to 1. Cabagnot to Perez, gets a screen. Perez against Slaughter, goes inside, tries the reverse, but draws the foul.
You know, those are those funny moves that, you know, guys just have a hard time guarding, where he takes that last really super long stretched out step, and, you know, it really throws you the defense off their rhythm.
And he's very good at changing direction quickly during his move, in the middle of his move.
Yeah, exactly. So he could be taking one step one direction, the next step will be the opposite direction.
So that free throw breaks a 10-0 run for Northport as Perez splits the free throws. So Bolick now brings it up, looking to tie, maybe even take the lead. This is Bolick. Bolick for the lead! That's short. And Cabagnot now in the ball game, brings it up. Gives it to Santos. Santos goes inside, 12-footer. That's short. Battle for the rebound, taken by Arwin Santos. Santos gives it to Junmar. Junmar blocked from behind. Ball is loose. Slaughter picks it up. Ahead to Taha, to a cutting Bolick. Bolick kicks it out. Malonzo open for 3. That's short. That's a good shot. Taha with a nice rebound. He missed the follow.
Oh, what a jump. It's too bad. He had a great offensive rebound, but he missed the wide open layup.
Santos, his pass could be handled by Junmar, and Greg Slaughter, the easiest 2 points. He'll get the whole game.
So, hey, if you don't think Greg is ready to play, that's 2 dunks already for Greg. A reverse and a two-hander.
So we're all tied up once again. 41-41, 3:24 here in the second quarter. Cabagnot stops and pops, and he draws the foul.
Greg's claiming his hand was just straight up, and that Cabagnot went into him. Let's look at this nice pass once again from Taha, and the two-handed slamma-jamma.
Was he cherry picking? Just kidding.
Big man, 40 feet in front. Yeah, a little bit, but
oh, and he was all by himself there.
Just hadn't quite come back on defense yet.
So 41-41 is actually our 10th deadlock of the ball game, and Cabagnot will try to break it, which he does. The veteran point guard splits the free throws. So it's not just Northport missing free throws today.
You know, I gotta say, I've been doing games for a few days now, and there's quite a few missed free throws in the PBA these days. I don't know why.
Bolick kicks it out on Mubere. That's short. Oh, nice rebound. Taha's getting a lot of offensive rebounds.
Oh, he locked him up. Alonzo locks up the ball against Junmar, so they're going to do a jump ball. Junmar not protecting the ball well enough. You can credit the quick hands of Alonzo there. Better be careful, though. A lot of times you could get a foul if you reach in, but he did it just right. Who's going to win this one?
Let's see.
Oh, Taha steals it, steps in front.
Offensive foul on Taha. Good defense on Lassiter.
Yeah, Taha lowered his right shoulder. I think that's what the referee saw there.
You know, Taha's been getting quite a number of offensive boards.
Athletic. You know, I guess the one good thing about, you know, being on this sort of, you know, bubble and doing your own, you get to do your own workouts. So you get stronger. You get, I think, even more explosive. You're not constantly running back and forth. You're doing a lot of plyometric work as well.
To your point, I also think that the workouts are probably a bit more uneven now because some people work harder by themselves than others.
Correct.
Right? Some people
Correct.
need the motivation of having others working out. And maybe Taha is one of those guys that really just
Went to work.
went to work by himself. Alonzo, nice defense by Lassiter, but a foul will be called. He was double teamed with Perez.
Yeah, they did try to double him aggressively, but just got caught with their hands in the cookie jar there. But yeah, going back to your point, I've seen a lot of these guys, a lot of them are, you know, sort of forced to do workouts via Zoom, you know, through a Zoom class. It's kind of like, it's different. It's not, you know, it's unprecedented with the kind of workouts they've been doing, but you can tell who takes it super seriously and who goes the extra mile.
They inbound to Bolek, right back in the ball game. Bolek wants a clear out, no screen. It's now Slaughter with a screen. Robert Bolek double teamed out to Slaughter. Slaughter, he takes the three-pointer, in and out, but a nice offensive rebound for Reich.
Good action. I mean, years ago, would a 7-footer be shooting a 3 and then a 6'8" guy go to get the rebound and pass it back out? Not really.
Bolek misses a fadeaway. Lassiter running it to CJ Perez. CJ Perez the layup.
Wow.
Beautiful.
He not only got up high, he got up super quick. And I think, is that Greg down there once again?
Again.
Hey, maybe that's a planned attack. Greg, if you don't want to go back on D, just stay there around the free throw line. We'll get it to you.
Well, one thing I'm sure of, he did not outrun the San Miguel Beermen.
He's right there. I mean, it was a fast break, granted.
Yeah.
And he did get past half court, so we'll give him credit. But the simple fact that he's sprinting back down, that's a good sign. You know,
another missed free throw, Vince. You know, I've
I
said
don't
that
know.
many times.
I don't know what's going on. I've seen that even in games yesterday and the day before.
He misses both.
Wow, what is
But
happening?
gets the rebound and slams it home. Maybe that was the plan.
3 dunks for the Slaughter. The Slaughter is on. Wow.
Is that an assist?
From the rim, I guess. Yeah. Can you assist yourself?
Yeah, he's assisting himself. Kabagnot to Santos for 3. Battle for the rebound. Slaughter takes it.
Good strength being shown by him as well. Oh,
The bounce pass a little bit too far ahead of Bolek. He wanted to be the point guard.
again, I wouldn't fault with if I'm
was running.
Coach Vidal,
You're
I'm
right.
like, hey, he's the coach.
Here's the assist from the rim.
It's not passing to yourself because it did hit the rim, unless you actually meant it. No, he gets a rebound. Can you get a rebound and assist on the exact same play? I don't know.
Magnot gets a screen from Fajardo, 15-footer, bounces in. So San Miguel has a 3-point advantage. Batang Pier with the ball. Balanza. And he nails a jumper, cuts the lead to 1.
I like that shot by Balanza. He really didn't force anything, just took what the defense gave him and hit that easy short 17.
We've got a timeout with 50.8 seconds remaining. The San Miguel Beermen hanging on to a 1-point advantage against Northport.
You know, it seems Northport really has the number of San Miguel as well. I mean, you know, everybody knows San Miguel goes on their crazy runs where they bloom out a big lead, but the simple fact that Northport came back and they're only down by 1, it's obviously anybody's ball game. You know, that shows a lot of character, and I really like, again, I like the roster that Coach Pido has put together.
And you know, Vince, this is the time to really have. If you want to beat San Miguel, this is probably the best time to do it because they've got Romeo injured, they've got Junmar not at 100% yet. It's the beginning of the season, and you know they've got a new a player in CJ Perez that might not have the full chemistry yet.
Correct.
So this is the time. I mean, if you've got him running in all cylinders with Romeo back and this guy in full strength, and CJ already in the mix, it's going to be much harder.
And we know how hard San Miguel works, you know, off the court as well, you know, really scouting guys and finding out their tendencies. But because you have 2 big, you know, rookies who are playing big minutes as well, you know, maybe they don't have, you know, the time yet to really, oh, that's a terrible pass, wide open.
There's CJ Perez, missed the layup, but got a rebound.
That's a gimme. Terrible giveaway.
You can hear Coach Pido really irate.
What are you doing?
I mean, that's a definition of a telegraphed pass.
Oh, I pity him in the halftime, which is in 10 seconds.
Here's Bolik to the corner from the outside. Balanza short. Rebound to Junmar. Ahead to Cabagnot. The layup is good.
Again.
And a good run by San Miguel here to end the first half.
That's 2 wide open layups in the last 2 plays for San Miguel. Wow, what a turn of events.
So after a good run by Northport Batang Pier, the San Miguel Beermen have a run of their own, led by CJ Perez, the new acquisition for the Beermen, and he is just a highlight reel.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have called a foul on that as well.
Shooting 75% from the field, and he's done a variety of things.
Yeah, in and out.
Shot some long 3-pointers, as well as gone to the hole with ease.
What a bench player, 16 points in the first half. 7-point lead for San Miguel. We are at halftime. We'll be right back.
Nice buzzer beater by Batang there. Abueva can make it a 2-possession lead. Calvin misses. Calvin trails his miss and puts it back.
Calvin, sensing that he will miss, went after his shot. Look at that. Nobody blocked him off. Nagtuloy-tuloy ngayon siya for that putback.
Back over to Popoy. Kanina pa inahanap ni Jason yun. Bobontin, blocked by Ganuelas. A 2-handed block by Matt. Inuha lang RG.
Grabe yun. Nagulat ako ron.
Fourth action. There you go. That's what we were waiting for. Eye in the sky for the guy who can leap out of here.
And you just throw it up. If you see Jamie Malonzo running beside you or in front of you, you throw it up.
Coaches, merong adjustments. Oh! Kelly Williams with a bastos alley-oop jam. May kasama pang foul. Ang daming kombinasyon nun.
The athleticism of Kelly Williams was in full display.
Welcome back to the PBA Machine Gun Kelly.
Our halftime score is 52-45. The San Miguel Beermen leading the Northport Batang Pier by 7 points after 24 minutes of play here at the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup. And with Vinseason, I'm Jude Torquato, and it's been a good game of solid play, solid runs actually, with
Yeah.
San Miguel having a run, and then Northport catching up, and then towards the last couple of minutes of the first half, San Miguel really showed us how they can also answer back from those runs.
Yeah, it's definitely been a game of runs, kind of a teeter-totter score. You know, you at 1 second you think it's going to be a very close game, and then boom, San Miguel goes and jumps out to that tremendous lead. And then, but you know, you can never count out the Batang Pier. Northport came roaring back, and they're only down by a few. If they hadn't had a few, I think, mental errors at the end of that second or that first half, they would have been right there, maybe 2 points.
And one story for Northport would be the return of Greg Slaughter to their lineup. He was traded into the team. He didn't play the first 2 games, but first game.
Yeah, exactly. And if I always to like grade his comeback in the first half, I'll give him 2 thumbs up, because you know he's had a lot of good plays. He's getting in the defensive the lane there.
Right, he left Junmar here though after the dip.
He should have had, whenever you go and you're getting in the lane, you get your fingers on the ball. That's a good sign. And look at this, showing some bounce off of the reverse dunk there. He's just done a lot of good things for his team.
So Malanza hitting that 3-pointer. It was really nip and tuck. In fact, we had 10 deadlocks in this ball game. And here's that steal, or at least that block. And then Tautua being rewarded by Chris Ross.
One thing you gotta really say is, Northport is not a team that's, fearful at all of San Miguel. And as we see Greg Slaughter out on the break for the 2-hander. Again, he had 3 dunks in this first half.
These halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
So as you can see, San Miguel, with that slim 7-point lead. But look at the free throws for me. I mean, they're pretty much the same on field goals, but the free throws, a lot of missed free throws for Northport. That really spelled a big difference. Although they have been playing very good defense, I gotta say, they were really in the lanes with 6 steals compared to 3, but big, huge advantage. And we gotta credit CJ Perez. Bench points 10 to 27. Obviously, San Miguel on top with that. So, just those big numbers for me show that, exactly why San Miguel's on top. They're playing a little bit better off the bench, and they're making their free throws.
Well, with the bench points, having CJ Perez score 16 certainly helps for your bench points, and there's our leading scorers, Vince.
Yeah, as you can see, CJ Perez with 16, Cabagno with 9, Santos 7, Big Mo Tautua, lumbering his way for 5 points, and Lester with 4. On the other side, we got Bolik with 11, Balanza with 9, Malanzo with 8, Greg, who showed, I
think all 6 points are off the dunks.
They are.
Yeah,
they are, definitely. And the one was a pass to himself, but we won't talk about that. It was a free throw. And then Anwubere with 6 also had a pretty good first half.
So a good performance all around for both teams. Just as you said, a mental lapse towards the end of the second quarter for Northport Batang Pier to give San Miguel that 7-point lead going into halftime. But I think Coach Pido most likely has fixed that problem during
in the
locker room,
in the loudest of ways. I'm sure this team got an earful, because in one sense it was good that it happened at halftime and not at the end of the game, because that would have been a blown game. But they're realizing, hey, you got to mentally focus all game long if you expect to beat a mighty team like San Miguel.
So 24 minutes remaining in this ball game, if there's no overtime, of course. The San Miguel Beermen are 1 win and 1 loss, along with Batang Pier, also 1 win and 1 loss, looking for their second wins. Both teams, a lot of similarities. They lost their first game, won their second game. A lot of new players, and let's see what happens.
They've really focused on their defense. San Miguel has on Ferrer, so he hasn't really gotten any good wide open looks yet.
Lassiter left side, drives inside, gives it back to Tautua, who couldn't handle the pass, a bit too strong.
I think it was off his shoulder pads. He's playing
Incomplete
different
pass.
games. Yeah,
Incomplete pass. Yeah.
But yeah, great idea again. Just the execution wasn't there.
So Northport will try to cut into this 7-point lead. Bolick brings it up against Ross. Double team. Tautua picks him up. Gets it back. Bolick inside. Passes it. Ferrer for 3. That's off.
Still, again, they've marked him. I mean, they're really closing out hard on Mr. Fahrenheit.
Well, those are the two big differences that we've had as Arwin Santos nails the 3, extends the lead. Reich and Ferrer shot very well in their last games from the perimeter in the 3-point area. Both have not done so here so far.
But other guys have stepped up, so you know that's the mark of a good team. It's going to happen. The defenses will adjust. They'll stop a certain player or stop a couple players, but you know other guys have to fill in that void.
An unforced error there for Greg Slaughter. Puts a little bit more white hair in Coach Pido's head.
It's always fun to see Coach Pido.
There's Ross, and he's stripped. As a foul is called on Cabagnot on Taha.
I think Ross had a bad fall. See if he's okay. A little slow getting up.
Well, that ball would have been out of bounds on his leg if he didn't save it, because it was stripped off his leg. Good defense for Northport. So Bolick will bring it up once again out to Taha. Taha gets a screen. Gets it back to Ferrer, to Bolick. 10 on the shot clock. Onwubere sets a screen, gets it back. Onwubere gets inside, missed the layup. Slaughter with a follow.
Onwubere with a couple misses, really close, but again, it's nice to be 7 feet. And Greg Slaughter, being very active and 7 feet, was easily able to put that back.
Lead back to 7. This is Lassiter, 17-footer, book it.
There's a guy you don't want to leave open. I mean, he has really filled up a lot of scoreboards in his day.
Northport trying to answer back once again. This is Bolick. He's got a couple of big men for screens there. Bolick now picked up by Tautua.
Oh,
And a foul
We're gonna
will be
give him two.
called.
and sort of an ill-advised foul, if you ask me, because you're going to give Bolick 2 free throws as well, because he just threw it up.
I think Bolick saw that he did have the quickness advantage off the switch. You know, I think they had to force that switch because of the screen as Bolick hits the free throw.
See, they're talking right now, and I think Bolick's saying, hey, my mustache and beard are better than yours, buddy.
Robert Bolick. So that helps their free throw percentage from 40%. I think that gets it to 50%. 4 for 10, now 6 for 12. Lassiter, nice bounce pass to Tautua, but a block by Onwubere. Here's Taha. Taha inside. Santos returns the favor with his own block.
Like go gadget arms. Wow, such long arms of Arwin Santos.
What a huge turnaround as Cabagnot gets the 3-point play opportunity. You know, he is a lefty. I think he shot that with his right hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And drew the foul.
That's called ambidextrous.
So Alex Cabagnot completes the 3-point play, extends the lead to double digits. 10-point lead now for the Beermen. Bolick out to Onwubere. Ferrer on the right side, picked up by Santos. Onwubere trying to post up. Ferrer drives inside. Nice pass to Greg Slaughter, and he slams it home. He draws the foul as well.
Oh my goodness. If you didn't think Greg was in shape, you better recognize he caught Arwin Santos sleeping there a little bit, who went up, thought he was going to challenge, and now he's going to be posterized. Oh, geez.
I think that was, half of that really was Kevin Ferrer.
Great setup.
He missed the free throw again. I thought he was going to get a dunk. But Kevin Ferrer drew the double team that left Greg Slaughter open for that dunk.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we mentioned it. Mr. Fahrenheit is a marked man, so defenses are obviously gonna, go at him. And when they did, he was able to dump it off to the open Greg Slaughter.
Balik out to Onmubere. Drives inside. Onmubere stripped away. Out to Cabagnot. All by his lonesome. No
Right.
defender.
That's a killer. You play so hard, then you give up a layup and an easy shot like that. Now that layup, that lead is now 10 points again.
So back to a double-digit lead. We do have a timeout. This is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. We'll be right back. And welcome back here at the Inare Sports Center, where the San Miguel Beermen going up against the Northport Batang Pier, elimination round of the PBA Philippine Cup. And you're looking at Northport, but on the other side, where San Miguel is, we do have a couple of veterans who have played quite a number of years, but are still good contributors for San Miguel.
Definitely still going strong. They've been producing their magic for the Beermen for many years, and there's looks like no signs of slowing down. 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, and a pretty good shooting clip for Alec Cabagnot against NLEX, and Arwin Santos with 9-12, 4 and 4-11 shooting from the field. So both of these guys can still produce, and it was obvious from their numbers as they pulled off that victory against NLEX.
Taha gives it to Onmubere. Ferrer inside to Slaughter. Slaughter drives against Tautua. Slaughter inside, off balanced. Tautua claiming that there was a ward off from Greg Slaughter.
It's another walk in the park for Greg. I mean, it's just amazing to see what a difference, training and rest have made in his game. He wouldn't have made that move a couple years ago.
He finally hits a free throw.
That's a good sign as well, see?
But what a huge additional piece for Northport. If Greg gets in there, plays like he's playing now, in shape. I mean, I think he's probably not 100% yet.
No.
But, you can't teach 7 feet.
No.
So.
That's true.
Lassiter out to Tautua. Tautua for 3. That one's long, but the long rebound taken by Ross. Drives baseline. Inside he goes. Kicks it back out. Santos. He eyes a 3. Kaboom!
Arwin, once he starts waxing hot, I mean, he's the former MVP. He knows what to do with the ball. And he drained that 3. Nice find as well by Chris Ross.
So lead is now 11 with 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third. This is the kick out from Ross. Arwin Santos all day. And he rattles it home. Balik out to Taha. Taha for 3. Can't answer. Offensive rebound to Slaughter against Tautua. He give it to Reich. Inside now to Ferrer. Ferrer against Lassiter. He's got the size advantage. There's a whistle.
These guys are jockeying for position, so they'll get Lassiter for that foul. But I think these guys are pretty much built alike. I mean, about 6'3", pretty strong, pretty athletic, and good shooters.
So Kevin Ferrer. How many times am I going to say this? Another missed free throw, Vince.
Hey, they just start paying for them instead of giving them for free.
Well, they've missed about 7 or 8 free throws already. I mean, they're down by 11, so they'd be in this ball game.
Correct.
If they made those free throws.
Ay, nako. Hard to watch.
So
There you go.
He splits the free throws. Lead is 10. Cabagnot against Ferrer. Gets a screen from Tautua. Cabagnot tries the three. That's way off.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh.
he takes the ball away from Slaughter and feeds Tautua for 2 points.
That goes back to what I was saying earlier. I mean, when you're the shooter, you kind of know where it's going to go. And right away after Cabagnot shot it, he went right for that offensive, rebound.
It was a nice dish by Robert Bolick to Greg Slaughter, but Slaughter was not able to finish. So here's that steal by Cabagnot, giving it to Tautua for the 2 points.
These guys are crafty. These guards for San Miguel.
And Chris Ross ends up stepping on the sideline there after some good defense by Malonzo.
I like Malonzo. He's a great pickup for this team.
Well, some had him as the #1 pick overall, actually, in this year's draft with his athletic ability. Here's Bolick now against Lassiter. They give it to Malonzo. Malonzo drives against Ross, gets into the lane, gets stripped. And Ross not so happy with the call, claiming that it did bounce off Malonzo's leg, which it might have. And he wouldn't be that irate if...
Yeah, no, you said not so happy, so he's just not so happy. No, he kind of didn't like that call a lot.
Well, good defense, nevertheless, for Ross off that drive.
I think that's one of those. I think sometimes the referees are caught between, do I call a foul or do I call it, just off the foot? And I think they gave him a warning as well for his reaction.
Here's Malonzo, makes the jumper, and he gets stripped by CJ Perez, now in the ball game. Perez, top of the key, gives it to Cabagnot. Cabagnot calls the play. Lots of time on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Tautua. Cabagnot, 3-point area. Now top of the key, nice bounce pass inside. Then Tautua finishes the play.
That's a big boy. Takes up a lot of real estate inside, and once you get him the ball that deep, there's just nothing you can do. Book it.
Bolick still has it. Gets all the time for a 3-pointer, but short on the three.
Okay, so apparently Mr. Perez thinks it's a jump ball.
Well, it could have been a jump ball if he wasn't out of bounds.
Yeah, he was laying down.
Yeah, because it was a nice play for CJ. Here's that miss and the rebound, and then CJ, actually this is that steal and dish to Tautua a couple of plays before.
What a nice steal from Cabagnot.
And then this is the one where Tautua finishes that nice bounce pass off Cabagnot. And this is where the veteran play really makes a difference.
You know, the thing that really separates the men from the boys is how well you can accomplish your plays, how you execute.
So this is where both teams stand at the moment. They're really right in the middle of the pack at 500. So a win here will get them into the top 4, pretty much.
Exactly, and with our format, this conference, every game counts. It's short. I mean, it's a single round robin, which means you play
11 games.
Yeah, you only play each team once. So top 8 go, last 4 are dropped.
Greg Slaughter, a nice medium-range jumper.
I really like Greg's game. I think he has vastly improved. I think this might be even some of the best basketball he's ever played in the PBA.
Another rebound for Greg Slaughter as Batang Pier attacks. Bolick gives it inside. Malonzo double pumps, but Arwin Santos ready and waiting for that block.
Those arms, man. Those long, long arms of Arwin. Just, you don't anticipate how long they are until you're already there, and you're like, man, you got some long arms.
And then Arwin, his hang time is also deceiving. You know, he stays in the air here.
He was already coming down when Malonzo went up.
Yeah,
When
you
he
know, and
blocked
Malonzo is known as a high flyer, right? I mean, so, you know, Arwin, underrated as a jumper as well, I guess.
that. And Malonzo will probably learn from that and work on his left hand, maybe do a left-handed baby hook in the future. Oh, it looks like Mo Tautua's got a good foot.
Oleg misses the layup, right? Also stripped off the offensive rebound. And Tautua limping noticeably here. The pass inside to Junmar for the easy 2 points. I don't know if they need to call an injury timeout here.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Tautua doesn't look like he's walking or running normal at all. And if I was Batang Pier, I'd attack whoever he's defending. Pollock outside to Malonzo against Perez. Malonzo crosses over, long 2-pointer, book it.
He's done that a couple times. Again, the upside of this guy is tremendous. He can really shoot from the outside, very athletic, and future is super bright.
It looks like Mo has recovered. They're not taking him out. He's got the ball now, kicks it back out. Cabagnot drives inside. Alex Cabagnot gets a bump, and there's a foul. I think it's going to be on Balanza.
That is just the mark of a true gritted veteran. The way that Cabagnot garnered that foul, I mean, he knew exactly where Balanza was, and he just went right into him and forced the referee to blow the whistle.
And you know the veterans know how to exaggerate contact, right? I mean, I think Cabagnot is a master in doing that.
You remember Bam's scream? that was scared the referee to blow the whistle, I guess.
It looks like Tautua doesn't have any problems with his foot anymore.
Yeah, every time you see a open layup, oh, I can jump again.
Balanza gives it to Onmubere, now to Pollock. Pollock kicks it to Slaughter. Can he shoot a 3? Yes,
Wow.
he can!
Wow. He's all around. This is what I think people imagine Greg would play like when he joined the PBA. He's doing it.
For the outside, Lassiter left wide open. That's not a good idea, but he did miss. Cabagnot brings it back out. Inside they go, and Junmar almost lost it. Hits it out of Malonzo, off of Malonzo.
6 seconds on the shot.
Here's Greg Slaughter, left by right. CJ didn't know what to do, whether to challenge the shot or to stay with his man. This is Tautua, tries to answer back, and tipped out of bounds by Balanza.
It's just a different world we live in with all these 6'8", 7-footers shooting these threes. But, you know, they're making it.
So Gamalinda will enter the ball game, replace Tautua with San Miguel, an 11-point advantage. So the San Miguel Beermen have called a timeout here with 3:23 remaining here in the third. We'll be right back. Back here at the Classic Sports Center. Northport Batang Pier battling against the San Miguel Beermen. I'm June Torquato with Vin Season. We are in the third quarter. San Miguel still with the lead, but Greg Slaughter from Northport certainly has made an announcement that he is back in the PBA. His first game back after missing 2 for Northport.
Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of teams, you really want to build your offense around your biggest guy, and you know, Greg's production today has really shown that he can do a lot of things.
Well, he's already got a double-double with 17 points, 12 rebounds, even hitting a three-pointer a few minutes ago. That is a great debut for Greg Slaughter.
Monster Slaughter numbers. Let's just hope that he can continue with that and keep building upon it. This is his first game, like we said.
Lassiter, tough shot. Offensive rebound to Fajardo. Gives it to Perez. Perez, he shoots the three. And the rebound taken by Northport. Nice move by Malonzo. Missed the layup though.
Yeah, he's still learning. You know, there's a different level of athleticism and strength that are in the PBA. He's got to get used to it.
Nice fake by Gamalinda. But the recovery was there, and Slaughter, another rebound. This is Elorde, now in the ball game. Gives it to Balanza. Balanza, nice layup.
That was. Nice nifty little finger roll there with his right.
So the lead down to single digits, 72-63. San Miguel with possession. 2 minutes and change remaining in the third. Cabagnot, double teamed, inside they go. Gamalinda, a tough shot against Slaughter, but he gets it back, takes the steal.
There's been a lot of those little, you know, slapping at the ball steals for San Miguel. Seemingly, it looks like Northport has the ball in hand. They have possession, but then they give up those little steals.
2 minutes remaining here in the third. Elorde, corner, gives it to Slaughter. Slaughter, you can't be perfect. That's actually a decent shot. I mean, it was 15 feet from the basket on the elbow.
Yeah.
But he didn't even hit rim.
It's not a bad shot. Again, he's trying. He's getting there. He's trying to develop his flow, his rhythm.
And I think this is the time, Vince, where you might have to start looking at, you know, his conditioning, right? I mean, we're already deep into the third, going into the fourth. You know, if you're not in full shape, this is where fatigue starts to settle in. Perez gets the offensive rebound. Gets a screen from Ross. Perez still has it. Left open for three. That's short. And Anwubere gives it to Elorde. Elorde wants Ferrer. Cross court they go. Balanza open for three. Still not there.
It was online, just a little bit short. You know, they're just a few shots short of really getting back into this ball game.
So lead is 11. Ross gives it to Perez, inside to Fajardo. Fajardo against Slaughter. The fake, the shot, the call. And Onwubere doesn't agree.
And we really haven't seen the aggressiveness that we're used to seeing from Junmar yet. You know, we know once it's like finals time how much space he really takes up. So, you know, again, sort of getting back into his rhythm, getting back into his way of doing things, slowly but surely.
And like we said, I mean, this is probably the best time to catch San Miguel on an off game with Junmar still not at 100%, and Terrence still recovering. When they are in full force, that lineup is lethal.
Scary good, top to bottom.
Elorde against Pesumal to Slaughter, baseline jumper. He's missed two in a row, and the rebound to Perez. Nice anticipation there by Onwubere. But it stays San Miguel ball. So that ball goes out of bounds off of Northport.
So they're gonna sub out Greg. I think it's a smart sub. Give him this last 30 seconds plus the timeout.
Yeah, I do think there's a fatigue factor for Greg Slaughter. You know, he hasn't played the first two games. It's already, I mean, he's played a lot, you know, with the production that he's had. Pesumal in and out. And nice offensive rebound by Junmar. But you can see the strength is not there yet, right? I mean, 100%, I mean, he would not have lost that ball that easily.
But what an incredible two mitts he has to just go grab that ball over the, you know, the guy who had actual inside position But, you know, like you said, he's just not quite there yet, but he's close.
Gamalinda hands off. Well, now he does to Perez against Taha. 5 on the shot clock. Perez gets a screen, crosses over, loses the ball. This is Gamalinda. He's got to shoot. And Wright gets the rebound. This is Ilorde, stripped away by Perez. 8 seconds remaining. Pesomal for 3. Come on!
Wow. Again, those little turnovers are what are really hurting Northport. They had it look like they were going to go down the court and finish out this quarter, but a nice steal by Perez and led to a three-pointer. And now look at that lead once again, ballooning for San Miguel, and avoidable.
Again, it was the last few minutes where San Miguel made hay. 79-63. San Miguel starting to pull away. We'll be back with the fourth. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at the United Sports Arena in Pasig City, Metro Manila. And we've got a couple of awesome big men playing in this ball game for both San Miguel and Northport. And one from Cebu, one from, well, both from the Visayas. Both Cebuanos are from the south. Slaughter, first overall pick. Junmar, first overall pick. Their resumes are pretty good, Vince.
Absolutely. You know, both of these guys, very storied careers, and this is Slaughter's first time to go against his old foe. And the numbers are really in the favor, actually, of Slaughter. You know, Fajardo with 6 points and actually 7 rebounds now and an assist. Slaughter 17 and 14, so a double-double for him already on 7 of 14 shooting.
So it's a quarter scoring where, you know, after a dead-even first quarter, San Miguel certainly has got the best of Northport in the second and third quarters. And Fajardo, narinig ka yata, Vince. So he needs more points to catch up with Slaughter.
Yeah, and going to work on the rookie, Reich, who's going to learn a lot about inside strength and bulk in his last 12 minutes.
Onwubere kicks it out. Bolik. Good recovery by Pesumal, and Perez read that like a book. And CJ Perez challenges Onwubere. No call. Here's Bolik. Back for Northport to a cutting Ferrer. To the corner, Taha for 3. Come on.
That's a good sign for Northport. They played good defense, spoiled a easy layup on one end. I think CJ should have just laid it up, got the shirt too, but it led to a three-pointer on this end, so you can call that a 5-point switch.
Here's Perez, inside he goes. Gamalinda, wild shot, taken by Taha. Here's another opportunity for Northport. This is Bolik against Pesumal. And an offensive foul on Bolik as Pesumal
Ooh, he is not thrilled with that.
was there.
Bolik went hard. He thought that he actually, I think he's most upset that he thought he went sideways. He went towards the middle of the key. He didn't go exactly right at the rim. Let's see it once again.
It was almost like a Euro sidestep, right?
Exactly. I don't know. It's close.
Yeah.
It's got the running back tuck there with the ball, but you got to credit to Basamal as well for giving up his body for the team.
Yeah. Bolik ahead to Taha against Santos, gives it to Onwubere, and he finishes the play.
He's got long arms as well. So long arms versus long arms, Santos versus Onwubere.
The lead is still 12. Ross brings it up. They give it to Santos, out to Ross, left open for 3, but inside it's Junmar.
Yeah.
Junmar against Reich. I think I'm gonna take my odds with Junmar.
Pretty good bet there.
If it's one-on-one.
Yeah, you could tell Reich is, at this juncture, I'm not saying he'll never get there, but at this juncture, it's going to be a learning experience for him in this fourth period.
Ross against Ferrer. Ross drives inside, loses control, and taken by Ferrer, still loose. And a jump ball is called.
These guys are rolling all over each other and then trying to throw the ball off of each other.
It's good hustle.
It is, actually. There was a loose ball, and you got to go get it.
What's that call?
They actually call a foul.
Looks
on
like a loose
Ferrer.
ball foul on Ferrer here.
Yeah, for pushing off the hand.
Yeah, when there's a jump ball, I don't think you can go into the space of the other guy also jumping for the ball, which Ferrer did, I think.
For all you kids out there, these are what we call the tricks of the trade.
Fajardo hands off to Perez, kicks it out to Santos. He drives inside, 17-footer, and he gets hit below in the lower body.
And Taha knew it. He got out of place and went into the body of Santos. So San Miguel with the chance to really stretch out this lead again. But I don't feel San Miguel has played great. I mean, they've played really good, but overall, I'll say they played really good, just not great. There's still so much room for error, and that's what's scary. They're taking this team, Northport, who's very, very good.
And I don't think Northport has played bad either.
No.
I mean, Slaughter's played well,
Yeah.
Bolic's played well.
Correct.
Onwubere's been solid.
Exactly. And, they've just, for me, had some, I'll say some mental errors and some key turnovers that have really messed them up.
Like
the
that.
hands are so active of San Miguel. That's one thing you really have to know. Every loose ball, they're slapping at it. Every rebound, even if you got it in your hand with two hands, they're still slapping at it. So, other teams beware. If you're playing against San Miguel, you better protect that ball.
So that's a bailout foul from Ross
Yeah.
as he hits Bolic's face. There was 2.1 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
And anything above the shoulders is, yeah, he got him right there.
Yeah. No, but I think
He
he
was
was
going
going
for
for
the
the ball. Yeah, he was
Correct,
going
yeah.
for the ball. I don't think that was intentional. But sasabihin ni Bolic, it still hurts.
Yeah. Intentional, not intentional.
Masakit pa rin.
Ouchie. So is he shooting free throws? Because it looked like he was going to go for a
No,
shot.
that was a shot because he was trying to beat the shot clock. There was only
Correct.
2 seconds left.
But he didn't shoot it. Did he shoot it? I think he came
Well,
back
he
down
did shoot
with
it because he got hit in the face. So he
If he would have just thrown it up and then grabbed
Yeah.
his nose, maybe he wouldn't have got the whistle. I don't know. It depends.
It looks like we've got a timeout here by Northport. They're down by 13, and Bolic's still arguing his case here. This timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. We'll be back. Back here at the Inares Sports Center, Arwin Santos and the San Miguel Beermen are comfortably ahead in double digits. And Santos really like a diesel engine. He didn't start off on fire, but through the game, he certainly has made his presence felt.
Steady Eddie. He's not forcing anything. The only thing he's doing is just playing the normal Arwin Santos game, which is playing pretty good defense inside and out and just hitting open shots and not really forcing too much at all, but the numbers are showing he's very efficient.
So Northport will get possession with the fresh 14-second shot clock after that foul on Bolick.
So Miguel just complacent in a 2-3 zone.
Here's Bolick to the corner for three. Not there for Ferrer.
Wow, Fahrenheit has gone cold. That was a wide open shot. That's a shot he does make a lot, and he just didn't make it on that one.
Well, it's still the same Fahrenheit, maybe just a little bit lower temperature.
Correct.
This is Ross for three. And Bolick gets the rebound.
Northport has to go on a run.
Here's Robert Bolick all the way for the 2 points.
There you go. A couple more of those, and we got ourselves a very interesting situation.
Well, lots of time remaining. Over 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Ross out to Santos. Asmal out to Ross once again. 5 on the shot clock. Ross drives against Ferrer. Ross, the fadeaway, tough shot. And Taha gets the rebound and even draws the foul from Perez.
That's a strong point guard for you. Going up hard, just clapping that ball, showing his strength as we look at this layup once again by Bolick. That's a great way to get them back into this game. A couple more of those.
Yeah, he was looking for the foul.
That's a great shot.
So the veteran, Cabagnot, enters for Chris Ross and Marshall Lassiter as well to get some perimeter threat for San Miguel. Here's Bolick, drives inside, kicks it back out. Olmubere left open for three, hesitated.
Oh, wow, and Taha gets that again. What a strong rebounding point guard once again, getting it amongst the big boys. And as you notice, as soon as he comes down, those hands are waiting, ready to slap that ball to tap it loose. But he squeezed it pretty good.
He's had good instincts, especially for that offensive rebound. So Bolick has it once again. Inside they go, Greg Slaughter. You know, there was some confusion there in the pick and roll defense of San Miguel.
There was.
Yeah, Tautua kind of stayed with Bolick.
Bolick exposed that confusion. Uh-oh, that's Arwen land. He likes to make those shots. But another dunk for Greg. How many dunks is that? We got to do a dunk counter for Greg now.
Cabagnot misses the jumper.
Got a pile up on the sideline as well.
Bolick has the ball, gets a nice screen, kicks it out. Taha open
Big
for
shot,
three.
big one, big
Come
one.
on.
Wow, wowee. You know, after being down double digits, it looked like it was just about to get ballooned up to maybe even 20 points. You know, here, credit Northport for coming back, showing that grit, only down by 7.
So Northport coming back. We do have a timeout. Don't go away. Back here, PBA games on PBA Rush. The Philippines' chances of getting its first ever gold medal is stronger than ever. Share the love for Team Philippines as we count down to Tokyo 2020. Watch the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 from July 23 to August 8, 2021 on Signal, TV5, One Sports, One Sports Plus, Signal Play, PLDT, and Smart. See us stronger. San Miguel Beermen looking to stop this run by the Northport Batang Pier down to 7 points. With possession, Cabagnot with the ball. Gives it to Santos. Santos out to Lassiter. Back to Arwin. Arwin misses the layup.
Wide open. Great.
Bolick now.
That was a great play off the timeout, though.
Yeah. Everything but the shot. Here's Bolick. Left open for three. Go!
Oh, hello.
The lead is down to 4. Robert Bolick
There he goes.
leading up.
We talked about him having great numbers in the last game, and once again, Bolick licking his chops, looking at those defenses.
Here's Lassiter. Out to Tautua. The drive inside. Nasumal. This is the jumper. And a chance to cut into this lead some more for Batang Pier.
Looks like all the breaks are going Northport's way this time.
Bolick has it. Gets a screen from Slaughter. Out to Onwu Bere. This is Taha. Taha drives inside and draws the foul.
Smart move by Taha. I really like what he's been doing tonight. Playing strong and playing smart. That time getting the foul going into Motel Tua.
So 9 straight points now for the Northport Batang Pier. Have cut this lead to 4. And maybe more with these free throws by Taha. I'll say it again. It's maybe the last time. Another missed free throw.
I might have a scar soon because I'm clenching my fist on all these missed free throws right now.
Well, they're down
Both
by
teams,
4.
actually.
You know, but actually they're down by 4. And I'm sure they've missed more than 4 free throws, right?
Yeah, a lot. It's sad. But, you know, if you want to win ball games, that's one easy way to really get your team back into it. There's some discussion. Delay a game.
A warning, or 2 warnings, actually.
So far, 9 missed free throws. So 9 out of 19 from the free throw line is Northport.
10 out of 20 now, so 50%. So 10 missed free throws, they're down by 3. Perez against Taha, drives inside, triple team, and that left Darwin Santos wide open.
Good time. That's what you call drive, draw, and dish. Done to perfection. CJ Perez just dumping it off. Easy tweener for Mr. Santos.
So that erases a 10-0 run for Northport. San Miguel still up by 5. As Bolick, top of the key against Santos. Bolick kicks it out. Onwu Bere fakes the 3, drives baseline, dribbles it off his foot, picks it up. And I don't know if they made the shot clock.
Nope, don't think they did. And Coach Spido, as you can see, is telling, hey, you should have shot the first one. Why are you trying to dribble inside? You're open, have confidence. Spido would have definitely shot it back in his day.
Has any coach ever told that to you? Or you shot every open shot that you've seen?
I'm not saying. For fear of backlash, no. There was one, and I won't say who it is, but we'll talk about it some other day.
I can't imagine a Vince Hizon passing up open shots.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a shooting guard, not a security guard.
Here's a steal. CJ Perez all the way inside. Good challenge by Onwu Bere. I mean, that's why you hustle back on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that should have been an easy 2 points for San Miguel, but Onwu Bere.
Never assume that the guy's gonna make every shot. But you know, good fortune for San Miguel to get the ball back. Bolick went up and looks like he tapped it out on that rebound.
So 5-point ball game, 4 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Lots of time on the shot clock. San Miguel has possession, trying to extend on the 5-point advantage. Perez with the ball against Taha. Sets it up. Wants a screen from Tautua. Perez, baseline drive. Kicks it out right to Robert Bolick.
Good defense by Taha.
Here's Bolick. Out to Ferrer. Ferrer back to Onwubere.
That
With
looked
the 2
like
points.
something from practice. Just a 3-on-2 fast break drill. Done to perfection. Great pass there. Unselfish by Ferrer.
So don't look now. It's only a 3-point ball game. San Miguel with the ball. Tautua against Slaughter. Tautua. 15-footer. Misses it. In and out. As the Batang Pier chance to cut it to 1, maybe tie with this possession. Bolick with the ball. Shot clock down to 10 against Lassiter. Robert Bolick picked up by Tautua. Kicks it out. Ferrer to tie. In and out. Slaughter with a big offensive rebound. Cuts it to 1.
Huge. Mr. Slaughter. Monster numbers, and right there a monster rebound and putback. Only a single point separates these two teams.
Here's Cabagnon. Picked up by Ferrer. Kicks it back out. Santos tries to answer back. That's
he missed.
long, but Perez with the offensive rebound stripped away. And last touch by Perez.
And what San Miguel has been doing to Northport the whole time, Northport did one against San Miguel, was slapped down on the ball, went off the knee of Perez.
So the Batang Pier looking to take the lead in this possession. This is Bolick. Bolick drives inside, kicks it out. Onwubere drives against Santos all the way inside, tipped away. And that's out of bounds, a turnover. So 3 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. It's now just a 1-point ball game. San Miguel hanging on to that 1-point advantage. We've got a timeout. Welcome back here at the Pasig Sports Arena. Gusto mo ba ng kakaibang viewing experience sa PBA? Register to join the PBA Virtual Fan Experience and become a Bida fan. Dahil dito sa PBA, tayo ang Bida. Registration link will be posted a day before the PBA game on PBA Rush, TV5, and One Sports Facebook page. San Miguel, lucky not to lose that lead in that last possession. They do lead by 1 with possession. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. Perez with the ball against Taha. Perez gets a screen, drives all the way inside. Perez misses it, and Slaughter with another rebound.
Good stop for Northport, and I think San Miguel really got the shot they wanted to take, just wasn't able to drop it down.
So Bolick again looking for the lead for Northport. Onwubere.
Still hesitating.
Yeah, he's been hesitant in that 3-point area. Here's Taha. Taha for the lead. That's short. And battle for the rebound right there. Bolick for the win. Not win. The lead.
Oh, nice.
And a steal by Onwubere.
He was just sitting right there, and the ball came right to his chest. So a sorry turnover for San Miguel there. It's Chris Ross.
So Onwubere with a nice steal.
This is a great game. And everybody's taking turns on beating up on the face of Bolick today.
You know, they've had some good looks both sides here. 84-83. We do have a timeout. Don't go away. Back here, this is on Mubere. Having another pretty good ball game for the Northport Batang Pier. Not quite a double-double, but you know, he has not been the most heralded player for Northport, but he certainly has been a significant contributor for
Yes.
Coach Pido Arencio.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you know, one thing is for sure, his future is very bright. He has so much room for improvement as well. And Coach Pido is kind of on him right now for passing up some open shots he probably should have took.
I think
That's another area where he can really expand his game.
I think more and more people will learn how to pronounce his name now. This is Slaughter inside against Fajardo, short on the jumper, taken by Ross. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. Ross kicks it to CJ Perez, who extends the lead to 3.
Nice set there for San Miguel. You know, Chris Ross always in control, spots the open. CJ Perez, who's prolific at scoring from especially that distance.
This is Bolek once again, down by 3 against Perez. Bolek gets a screen from Slaughter. This is Bolek, almost lost it. 5 on the shot clock. On Mubere, back to Bolek. 2 on the shot clock. Wild shot. And a good block, and that's going to be a 24-second violation.
Good defense by San Miguel. You know, when they need to clamp down, they do it. You know, that's the mark of a championship team is, you know, you win those championships with your defense, and that's what they did there.
So San Miguel does it with their defense. Now has to go on offense with 1:31 remaining in this game. Ross walks it up. Against Ferrer. This is Ross, still has it. Hands it off to Lassiter. Against Bolek. 5 on the shot clock. This is Lassiter. Still has the ball. Ross has to shoot it. That wasn't the shot they wanted, I'm sure. Bolek ahead to Ferrer. Ferrer missed the layup.
Oh, what a killer. Had the shot.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure he's wincing right now. They don't get much easier than that, and at this juncture of the game, you gotta make those shots. Perfect pass from Bolek.
Well, Ross kind of just came in to get him off balance just enough.
And credit Taha, just threw it right over the stretched out fingers of Chris Ross, able to get that ball over to his teammate Ferrer. So they have another chance.
Under a minute remaining, 10 seconds on the shot clock, down by 3 is Northport with possession. So here's the...
Oh, they're reviewing.
It's under 2 minutes, so they can't review it. There's the tip. You can't tell there.
It's There's the telephone or
Well,
television guy.
Ross certainly tipped it, but it might have hit Ferrer's foot. So it stays with Batang Pier. It did not hit Ferrer's leg.
I think this is pretty much must-score time for Northport.
Bolek against Ferrer. Gets a screen from
Big
for
shot.
the tie. Bolek.
Oh,
And
Greg.
Slaughter, another big offensive rebound.
They got it. They got their 2 points now. They just got to make a stop, and they can shock the world beating a big-time team like San Miguel.
What a huge game for Greg Slaughter. This is Ross, hands off to Santos, inside to Fajardo. Fajardo, fade away, backs it off.
Oh,
He backs it out. It doesn't go in. So here comes Northport, chance to take the lead. 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bolek kicks it out. Taha for 3, blocked by Lassiter. And the ball is loose, taken by Ross. Inside they go, tipped away
still-
by Taha. Almost goes out of bounds and does go out of bounds.
Oh, and there was an elbow, I think, thrown. It looked like these two guys were going at it on the baseline. I think that's Santos and Anwubere.
What a wild sequence as Anwubere is still on the floor.
Verde with 12 points and 5 boards in this ball game. Still on the ground. Let's see what happened.
Here's the save by Taha. Ball still in bounds.
Well,
Onwubere
man.
drives inside. And then Arwin.
Double. Basically saying.
So the ball's still inside here. It hasn't gone out, although
Yeah.
Taha
Should've
did
been
touch
out.
it while he was out of bounds, and then that's when that whole ruckus happened between Arwin and Onwubere.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. Let's see what the referees say.
Let's see what they call that. Are they reviewing it?
Because anything above the head has got to be a, if they rule it as that. Let's just see. I'll just wait for the refs.
It looks like they're going to continue play here with 7 seconds remaining.
Penalty 1. So they're going to call a technical penalty 1 on Arwin. So I do believe that's shots plus the ball. Oh, no, possession stays with the Beermen. Sorry, I am corrected.
It's hard to imagine, it's hard to accept, rather, games being decided by those kinds of plays, right?
We might be headed to overtime, Mr. Torquato.
So Robert Bolick ties the game.
Now we have a tie game with 7 seconds to go. Hello. What a great shot there by
So this is
Bolick.
Greg Slaughter with the big offensive rebound to cut it to 1.
He didn't even hesitate. You notice the confidence of Greg.
Yeah.
Years ago, he would have pump fake, and probably passed the ball out, but that one he went straight right back up.
We've got a timeout. We'll be back. We've got a good one here, game 1 of our triple header. Don't go away. Coming up is the Manila Classico, Magnolia versus Barangay Ginebra. We are all tied up. Northport versus San Miguel. San Miguel does have possession. 7.3 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off.
This is it. This is the situations you plan on when you're a kid in your backyard. 7 seconds.
Well, I think even if you're not a
FTW.
kid in practice, I think they plan they plan these plays, especially off of the timeout. Here's Lassiter, drives inside.
For the
Arwin
win.
Santos for the win. Yes!
Oh, what a shot. But there's still a second to go.
Well, actually, I was wrong. It's for the lead, not for the win.
Because there's a second to
There's
go.
one more, 1.2 seconds remaining. And Arwin Santos makes up for that flagrant one, which gave Northport the opportunity to tie. And he hits that 15-footer. It's a nice drive by Lassiter and screens away Onwubere. And Arwin Santos, the veteran that he is, he's done it many times. And this time around,
Look at it. It's huge biceps there.
lakas daw. Strength.
He won't stop staring at his biceps. Great play for him, and pushes his team up by 2. But not yet done. There's still a second to go, which is a long time, longer than you think. So there's a chance for Northport to, either go for the 2 or the 3. I'm sure they're going to go for whatever's the best option.
Yeah. 1.2 seconds. I mean, that's enough for even a quick pass off of the first pass, or even a fake.
You know, with the resurgence and the extension of his shot, I wouldn't even put it past them trying to go to Slaughter for a 3. I mean, it could happen the way he's been shooting. He's got that. He's the easiest guy to pass to. He's the tallest. Let's see. Let's see. This is exciting. Yes.
So here we go. Taha will inbound. 1.2 seconds remaining. Ferrer left open for 3, and it hits the side of the backboard. That was a good play. Ferrer was open.
It was. It was a great play. They got the shot that was open and could have been, but hit it off the side.
So after 48 minutes, the San Miguel Beermen get their second victory of the conference. As our best player of the ball game is the veteran, the guy who gave San Miguel the lead, Arwin Santos.
Great numbers from Arwin once again. Just steady Eddie once again. 17 points, 5 boards, 5 blocks. Shot at a great clip, and a shot that really important game winner, as it turned out to be, and with 7 seconds to go.
Our next level player of the game, Arwin Santos, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Don't go away. We'll be right back to wrap it all up.
The best player of the game, Arwin Santos, and San Miguel Beermen head coach Leo Austria. Coach Leo, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, from the start, I know this will become a tough game for us because of the presence of Greg Slaughter. And we know Greg Slaughter is out there to prove something. And with Greg Slaughter inside, I think it's hard to dominate the shaded area. And we're having a hard time to attack the middle. But credit to the coaching staff of Northport, because they have really a good game plan. We're not able to dominate the game. But the teams has really wanted to win, especially Arwin. Congrats, Arwin, for your winning shot. And that's what I'm expecting from him. And I think the veterans step up tonight. And that's one thing it's my pleasure to have them. And I know this will be very hard for us, not only against Northport, any team in this tournament, hindi mo pwedeng maliitin sila. And anybody can beat anybody.
Coach, back-to-back wins, how you're gonna build from this?
Well, I hope this momentum of ours talagang magtuloy-tuloy na, dahil we have another game on Wednesday. And after Wednesday, Blackwater, we have 2 big teams, which is Ginebra at saka Magnolia. This is badly needed for us. And I'm happy na we snatch this game. Dahil this could give us some momentum going to the next 3 games.
Arwin, thoughts on the game? Thoughts on the game?
Thank you, nanalo kami, no? And sana dire-diretso na nga yung panalo. At siyempre, nagpapasalamat ako sa mga tiwala ng mga coaches sa amin, especially si Coach Leo. At siyempre, mga teammates namin, lalo na yung mga bagong dumating, kagaya nila CJ. Sobrang laki ng contribution nila. Sana ma-maintain namin to, dahil hindi namin kailangan maging overconfidence or isipin na kayang-kaya na namin lahat ng kalaban. Kasi lahat ng kalaban malalakas din. So, kailangan namin silang pagandaan.
May katanungan po si Mr. Ray Hoble.
First question ko kay Arwin. No? Arwin, congratulations. And gusto ko lang itanong yung klase ng preparation na ginagawa mo during the off-season. Kasi you're 40 years old, pero parang hindi ka 40 dito sa ikinikilos mo. In fact, maganda ka pa rin dumipensa and maganda pa rin yung contributions mo sa team, including yung game-winning shot kanina. So, paano ka nag-prepare nung off-season?
Ang dami ko kasing dahilan, no? Unang-una sa pamilya ko. Tapos yung team namin sa stretch 4, ako tapos si Mo na lang. Kulang nga kami sa big man pa eh. Tapos, na-challenge din ako dahil nandoon yung pagkamis natin sa basketball. No? Kasi tagal nawala. Pagkatapos ng bubble, tagal tayo nakabalik. Ngayon nakabalik tayo, nakakamiss. So, ako hindi ko iniisip yung anong edad ko ngayon eh. Iniisip ko yung kung paano pa rin ako makakapag-contribute at makakasabay sa mga kabataan na magagaling ngayon.
Follow up lang ako kay Coach Leo.
Yeah.
Coach Leo, it was like a survival game kanina para sa inyo kasi sa fourth quarter, 9 points lang yata yung i-score nyo. So tingin mo, what went wrong during the fourth period?
Yeah, unang-una, no, sinanong mo si Arwin about sa age niya. No? For me, age is just a number. And then makikita nyo naman sa performance niya. And then alam naman niya kung anong diskarte ko para sa kanya. And regarding do sa tanong mo na nag-survive kami sa fourth quarter, so it's an ugly finish for us, but still an ugly game for us in the fourth quarter, pero a win is a win. And I'm expecting this because there's some resistance from the other team because they also want to beat us. And all of the team naman ganun ang plano That's why it's a lesson for us na even though if we're leading by 2 figures, it's not secured yung lamang na yun Dahil sabi nga ni Arwin, lahat ng team nito pwedeng manalo kahit kanino hindi pwedeng biruin And ipinakita ito ng ng Northport. And for me, Northport is one of the contender Give them some few games, I think they will beat those teams who is up in the standing.
Thank you.
Mr. Ruben Terrado.
Coach, yung si Greg naglaro kanina, medyo was it a surprise? I mean, kumbaga, hindi ba kayo na parang yung preparation nyo medyo nagulo dahil nga nandyan si Greg naglaro kanina?
Yeah, that's right. Because the presence of Greg na bago yung preparation namin, usually pagka walang mas malaking kalaban kami, mas malaki kay Junmar, I think yung game plan namin ay mas concentrated kay Junmar for us to dominate at the shaded area with a lot of good outside shooter. But this time, because of Greg, so na-neutralize yung kakayanan ni Junmar. But Junmar give them a lot of pressure din And if he can score or not, the mere fact na nasa loob siya, it gives some problem to our opponent But with Greg, so nagkaroon kung pwede nga cancel out sila, doon kami ay naasahan namin. And some of the players talaga nag-step up naman And especially Alex in the first half. Okay, and then the rest, yung supporting namin, maganda ginawa. And sabi ko nga, ugly finish, but this is ugly beautiful because we won the game.
This game highlights is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And in the beginning, Junmar getting back into the swing of things for the San Miguel Beermen with the baby dunk off a nice feed. But Greg Slaughter as the big man on the other end also making a statement for Northport.
I'll say his are more like big baby dunks. Nice little reverse there for Greg. It's great to see him back.
And our player of the game, Arwin Santos, starting it up early with that three-pointer and ending up with the winning basket later on as the first quarter was all tied up at 21. But the second quarter, San Miguel started to dominate and give Northport a lot of problems. There, CJ Perez, that was actually a 4-point play because there was a foul inside. And then Northport tried to keep it close. Greg Slaughter, one of his, I think, 4 slam dunks for the ball game here to tie it up as they caught up with San Miguel towards the middle of the second quarter, but the Beermen had a good run in the last couple of minutes of the second quarter to take a 7-point advantage after the first half and the second quarter. The third quarter was Vince, more of the same story, actually, with San Miguel continuing to pull away and have their dominance. As here you see Alex Cabagnon getting a 3-point play to extend the lead here to double digits for the San Miguel Beermen. But Batang here with Greg Slaughter. I think we're going to show all 4 of his dunks in the highlights here. That one was another 3-point play for him. But San Miguel still was in the lead. Alex Cabagnon keeping San Miguel in double digits as far as the lead was concerned. So they go into the fourth quarter with a 16-point whopping lead, which you cannot do with a lineup like Northport, as Robert Bolick missing it, and then Greg Slaughter with a nice follow there to cut the lead to 1. But in the end, this is a great defensive play for the San Miguel Beermen, as Chris Ross, this is a helter-skelter play, and this is tipped away. And I think we ended up with a free throw here because of a flagrant 1 foul there by Arwin Santos to tie the ball game at 86. Here's that play, and both of them are on the ground, and just a little elbow nudge.
Slight.
Yeah, and because of that flagrant one, Bolick had the opportunity to tie the ball game with a free throw with 7 seconds remaining. So after this free throw, certainly San Miguel had another possession. And here's a drive by Lassiter inside, and which left Arwin Santos wide open, 15 feet out, to give the lead to the San Miguel Beermen with 1.2 seconds remaining. If you look at it again, here's Lassiter. Actually, he gave a slight screen to Onwabere there.
Correct.
To leave Arwin Santos open for that 15-foot jumper. And then in the end, Northport did have a shot, but missed to win the ball game. So San Miguel holds on to an 88-86 victory to win their second here in the conference. So don't go away. Up next, it's Ginebra versus Magnolia. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Mr. Vince Hizon, I'm Jude Torcuaro. Thank you for watching the PBA Philippine Cup. See you soon.